Hello everybody, welcome to a new season, and what we're going to do today and for this season is we're going to do exactly the same as we did with the 1990 season, but this time it's 1984. We're going to set to the real grids historically, and then we're going to see how it pans out. Now I have to start this season with a confession. When I set this season up, I forgot to set the race length to 5%. So for this first race, in order to finish it at 5% so it's fair and all the races are the same length, I've had to just cut the race after 3 laps. So you won't see a results screen this time, unfortunately. So I do apologise for that. That was my own oversight. But this race, it's going to be a good race. I can tell you that much. And we look forward to it. We know Eliodeangelis is on pole for Lotus. Michelealboreto is alongside in that Ferrari on the front row. Then we've got Derek Warwick in the Renault in 3rd place, so looking good for him. Prost 4th in the McLaren, 5th for Mansell in the Lotus, and 6th for Lauda in the 2nd McLaren. And then you see the highest Williams is Keke Rosberg in 9th, so they are clearly struggling for pace. And you see Fabi in the Brabham down all the way down in 16th, even though his teammate Nelsonpiquet in his home race is in 7th place. So the world champion not having the best of starts, but he hopes to have some race pace today. Obviously, you've got Ferrari, who are the Constructors' champions. They've got Renearnoux, I think, down in 10th. So, although Alboreto is obviously on that front row. So, this is going to be a good race, an interesting race. I know we tried that 1984 development one, which we scrapped. Eventually, I'm sure 1984 will come back in Evo form. But this, for our one-off focus season, this is the one we're going to be rolling with, and we'll try to obviously get through these races fairly quickly so you guys get a conclusion. Within a couple of months, the 1990 season took us, so I'd imagine it's going to be a similar sort of time scale with this one. So yes, I hope you enjoy. We're going to get ready now. The 1984 season then, getting ready to get underway. Eliodeangelis ahead of Michelealboreto on the grid, Derek Warwick behind, and then Alainprost. Be interesting to see what happens. But DeAngelis is away well. Warwick trying to hug next to Alboreto to try to block him in to get past him. That's an interesting thing, but Alboreto now pulls out. The track is slightly damp, but everybody is on slicks. Alboreto having a look at Eliodeangelis, and that Ferrari clearly at this early stage of the race is the quickest car out there. Prost and Lauda sandwiching Nigelmansell's Lotus at the moment, and they will be hoping to move forward in those McLarens. We don't know exactly what the McLaren pace is like, but Prost is giving a clear indication here. He is already having a look at Derek Warwick. Runs a bit wide there, doesn't come off, but there's Alboreto keen to get past DeAngelis, and he goes through. So Alboreto through into the lead. Alainprost, if he wants a chance to compete for this race, he's got to get past Warwick and up to challenging DeAngelis as quickly as possible. And he'll be hoping to make that difference sooner rather than later, because DeAngelis is clearly struggling a bit, and he is holding Warwick up. Warwick is pulling out, trying to have a look at DeAngelis, and Prost will sit there and keep watching brief just for now to see how this unfolds. But Michelealboreto is getting clear, and Warwick has run wide, and straight past him goes Alainprost, up in the 3rd place in the McLaren. Good driving from Prost, up into the podium places. How much further can he go in this race? He's instantly having a look at Eliodeangelis and makes his way through, but it's a bit slip-slidey, and Warwick has made a mistake there and goes off. So, and that's an issue for Lauda. I think Lauda in the 2nd McLaren, he is out, and he's there to delay Nigelmansell slightly there. Piquet gets through. Piquet through in the 5th place, so a bit of good fortune for the 1983 and 81 world champion. Prost is right up behind DeAngelis. He will be absolutely determined here, and there's still a Renault behind him. That must be Tom Bay, is it, who's got through there, I think. He's in the 4th then. So there is Prost still having a look at DeAngelis, and he'll be have a look, and there goes the Renault, and he's got it into him. Renault is that Warwick or Tom Bay? I think that's Tom Bay. It must be Tom Bay, because Warwick got delayed behind Lauda's blow up, and no, it is Tom Bay, and Tom Bay has gone into his fellow countryman Alainprost, and he's taken him off, and he's cost Prost a whole bunch of positions. Any hope Alainprost had of challenging at the front end of this race is now gone. Patrick Tom Bay, well, that's a crash, isn't he? Got too keen, had a look up the inside of Prost, too keen to make an impression, having underwhelmed compared to his teammate Derek Warwick in qualifying, and goes up the inside of Alain Prost and takes him off. And Prost, well, I think he regained in time to still be in the points, but it's not many now. DeAngelis free in second place, although Piquet is catching him a little bit, but he's quite a long way behind. Prost in fifth. Is he going to be able to get forward? I think he's actually struggling. I think he's under pressure from Arnoux, and I just wonder if Prost is carrying a bit of damage from that collision with Patrick Tambay, and that would be very unfortunate. Tambay, though, helping his old team if Arnoux can pass him, and Arnoux, I think, was his teammate last year, wasn't he? So, yeah, if Arnoux can pass Prost, it will help them get an extra point. That is then the damaged Renault of Patrick Tambay, and his teammate Derek Warwick will go past him there. But those two Renaults well outside of the points. A far cry from challenging for the World Championship with this man, Alain Prost, last year. And Alboreto leads after 2 laps, 1 lap left to go. DeAngelis in second, Piquet in third. Then it's Mansell holding his own in 4th place. Not got particularly a large amount of pace, but in spite of getting held up behind Lauda's broken down McLaren, the other McLaren being involved in that incident has helped Nigel Mansell forge his way back up. He's in the 4th, he's having quite a straightforward race, pretty solid if not spectacular, and he'll be very happy to get to claim a few points if the Lotus holds out to the end of the race. Don't think that Arnoux or Prost are going to be able to catch him before the end of the race. It's pretty spread out now. It's the only thing, it was really exciting when we had those things going on, but now it's quite spread out, apart from this battle for 5th place, which Arnoux is surely about to take, and he does muscle his way past Alain Prost. Not much Prost could do there. I think he is carrying definitely some damage on that car. He has got enough of a cushion to Keke Rosberg's Williams, and he should hold on to the point. But what a disappointing race for Alain Prost, really, because McLaren, they would have held far more hopes than just 1 point for 6th place there. And, well, Alboreto not far off of claiming the victory now. There's a determination for Michele Alboreto. Eliodeangelis has got Nelson Piquet catching right up to him. Prost, you can see by how quickly he is losing ground on that Ferrari that there is definitely damage to that McLaren. It's all he can do to claim a point. Piquet is running out of time, but he might just get a chance to have one look at Eliodeangelis to try to take 2nd place, but he looked the wrong side. DeAngelis is going to hold on to that 2nd place, but it's going to be Michele Alboreto who comes out of the final corner and crosses the line to win the opening Grand Prix of 1984 for Ferrari. Eliodeangelis 2nd, Nelson Piquet 3rd. What an interesting race we've seen there. Alboreto will lead the championship after the 1st round. 9 points to the 6 of DeAngelis, 4 of Piquet, 3 of Mansell, 2 for Arnoux, 1 for Alain Prost. The Constructors' Championship, Ferrari lead it on 11, Lotus on 9, Brabham 4, and McLaren with just a single point from a disappointing weekend. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Take care.